You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod, a podcast giving you a candid glimpse into the world of super terrific Uber Dykes, but you can call us studs. I'm Blaze, that's Meech. Dress shoes and interviews is what we're getting into this week. So let's get into it. Homie, drop the beat. This is Two Studs in a Pod. We're just a couple of studs keeping it real, raw, and off the cuff. We welcome you to the show. Thanks to the current state of this crazy world, there are tons of us out there looking for a new place to earn our pesos. So this week, we're exploring the dynamics of being masculine presenting while searching for a job. Before we get into the main event, Meech was really good. Welcome back, homie. Here we go again in season 2. And let's see what adventure comes this season. How have you been, my friend?
What's good, homie? What's good, Pod Peeps? I've been good. I've been maintaining through this craziness that's COVID-19. Um, yeah, just getting back to work. They want me coming in every week now, so that kind of sucks. But I'm getting a paycheck still. I can't complain.
So you're like back to normal? Pretty.
Yeah, pretty much. I get to work from home like Tuesday and Thursday one week, but then the other week I have to work the whole entire week. So it is what it is. Other than that, I've been studying my ass off, trying to pass these certification exams, trying to get more money, looking for another job. If any of y'all know, shoot us a IM, a DM, something. But that's about it. Just been studying, keep reading. Education is the key.
Yes.
That's about it. What you been up to? You still out there digging?
Nah, the digging is done. The pool is filled. I've been floating and chilling, and now it's just all about trying to get it back together. You know what I'm saying? The backyard looked like a construction site and shit. But I mean, I've been doing shit. I've been on my homeowner shit. I've been putting up ceiling fans and
Okay.
throwing down mulch and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Big things are going.
Yeah, I just been getting to it. It's hot as fuck, but
Shit.
yeah, just drinking lots of water, coconut water, eating watermelon. You know what I'm saying?
Stay hydrated out there.
Yeah, so and just getting to it. You know what I'm saying? And working and living and trying not to go crazy in this COVID situation, dealing with everything as it goes and comes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, missed the pod. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a minute.
For
Haven't
sure.
touched these headphones. You know what I'm saying? In a while, feels good. It feels good. But before we break it down, let's pop some peas and pay homage to some well-known and maybe not so well-known figures within the masculine presented women of color community that have made moves or are making moves that help make us seen in our segment called Poppin' Peas. This week, we're shining the spotlight on a maverick ahead of her time. We are honored to pop one for Gladys Bentley. Born in Philly to a Trini mother and American father, Gladys moved to Harlem at 16 after being ostracized by her family and community for the masculine way she chose to dress. Her rise to fame came through her talents in music during the 1920s, where Gladys's booming vocal style led her to a record deal. With no shame, she sang openly about sissies and bulldaggers and flirted with women in the audience. Gladys's venue credits include H.H. Clam House, the Cotton Club, and the world-famous Apollo Theater. Towards the end of her career, Gladys began to feel the pressures of society to conform to their ideal of femininity. However, despite her efforts to cure herself of her gay, the brown bomber of sophisticated songs is still recognized as a prominent figure in the LGBTQ plus community. It is this reason we know that Gladys Bentley was popping. Mish, have you ever heard about Gladys Bentley?
Actually, I read about her in a book I think I mentioned last season called Black Like Us that I was reading.
Okay.
And yeah, they talked about her. So that was the first time I heard about her was from the book. And they talked about kind of her struggle to uh I guess society and her family didn't really want her to be in the life. So she tried to, live that straight life, but eventually, her her true self couldn't live that lie anymore. So they talked a little bit about that. It was interesting though. It's always interesting to find out about people like us.
Back then, right? Like we're not just a new trend. You know what I'm saying? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It was pretty interesting to see some of her credits and to hear some of the actual music from back then and the songs and shit. It was definitely uh interesting, and you know I had a good time learning about her anyway while I was
Yeah.
reading about her life and things like that. I mean, little did we know that there were so many of us that have played in the background for so long, but we definitely shining now.
Shining, shining, shining.
Let's get into stew peas this week. With Labor Day around the corner and so many people being on the hunt for new jobs, we thought it would be a good time to get into being a masculine presented woman of color in the workplace and on a job hunt. Speaking from experience, the interview process can be exceedingly nerve wracking since you not only have the nervousness of an interview, but the added anxiety of not knowing how you will be received. Fortunately for me in my career, I've kind of moved around with the same people, you know what I'm saying? So they know me and I feel comfortable in my space with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's more so the people that don't know me. Excuse me. So that's where the issue usually comes from. And that's like a number one anxiety for definitely being a stud in or masculine presenting out here in the world on the job hunt, especially when you have to use the restroom for the first time at the job at a new job or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But being that I haven't really had to search for a job in a while, I think your experience was a little more recent than mine.
Yeah.
I mean, how was that for you, especially going back to New York as like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
who you are now.
It was definitely nerve wracking. I went on a bunch of interviews. So I was more comfortable. I went as myself. I had the button up. I had the slacks and whatnot, and just you never know how people are perceiving you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the toughest one actually for me though was for an interview for like a really well known company. And I had to wear a suit. So it was like I definitely went, like in a male suit. And the people, I felt like they didn't receive me well. I felt really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And the main manager who interviewed me was kind of being like condescending in his questions, and he didn't really like acknowledge me.
Mm-hmm.
So that interview was tough, but it was just a learning experience. Like I figured if I could make it through that, then the rest of these would be, nothing. But the company that I'm actually with now, I think I am like the only stud that they've ever seen. so so it was interesting for them. I think they were excited to kind of have some diversity there,
uh,
but once I got the job, a lot of people didn't really know how to approach me. So it's taken about a year for people to finally get comfortable with me, and like I'm a lovable person, so everybody loves me. But the bathroom thing was interesting. Like I got some of those shocked looks. If I'm in the bathroom and people walk in and they see me in there, I'm like, well, where do you expect me to go? I'm not going to the men's room.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So it was
I'm
it
at
was just shocking experience.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's usually where the problem lies. But a lot of times, I think my issue mainly is like what to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like what do I wear to this
Yeah.
interview? Because I'm not a suit type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I don't just don't have a suit in my closet. I can just go to and go get. You know what I'm saying? Like I never really like that's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't dress like that. So
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, um, most recently, I was just like trying to flirt with the job market and see what was going on. Actually, before we moved, so I ended up needing to get a suit, and Nikki had to go with me and help me pick it out. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and make sure the fit is right. And that's another thing is that I've been on a job interviews before, and it went well because initially I think they felt like I was a dude. So
Mm.
thinking that I was a guy, they liked, you know what I'm saying? They liked me. But
Hmm.
I went back the next day to this job and they were like acting like they never called me to come back to the job.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's wild.
that's happened to me before. So that's always something that's tricky too. Like I can't dress any other kind of way. You know what I'm saying? This is how I dress.
Exactly.
So that's sometimes been a thing. Like luckily, what I do, I don't have clients. I'm not client facing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's just a matter of being in the office, and it is what it is. Like I said, I usually move with the same group of people. You know what I'm saying? What we do in my industry,
Right.
everybody knows everybody. So it's been like that. But like you said, it's always hard because you got to try to read people,
Right.
and you don't know what
Yeah.
their
I mean,
preconceived notions are of
exactly.
gay
They
people at all, right?
they
Yeah,
they claim to be, some companies claim to be like, diverse and all this stuff, but then when you get there for the interview and they see you in a suit, it's like shocking to them, and it's like, all right, but you're supposed to be diverse, so what do you want? You know what I
right,
mean? Like, I'm as diverse as it gets.
right.
I'm brown too, you know what I mean?
I was just thinking, I was like, I wonder if your name like
uh
throws them off. You know what I'm saying? Like my name wouldn't throw them off. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like my name wouldn't throw
Yeah.
them off, but maybe your name throws them off. So they're like looking at the paper, looking like like
That's
what?
true. My
Yeah,
government screams female.
yeah. Mine is
Yeah.
like, huh? Like you know what I'm saying?
Your mom definitely named you perfect.
Yo, everybody says that. Yo, people never used to believe that that was my real name, bro. And they're like, yo,
Yeah.
your mama named you that, like for real? And I'm like, yes, that is that is my name. Okay, I can't help
Yeah, I
it.
never thought about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the good thing is that wifey plays football, so they had won the championship, and I needed to get all dapper, so I had to go shopping for a suit.
Mm,
So I
mm.
had the suit on deck, to interview with and stuff. But like before, when I was down in Miami, I was confused about like how do I dress, because that was when I was just coming out, and I was used to like still kind of dressing feminine. I never wore like a skirt or a dress. But I would wear slacks and like, a button up. But
Slacks.
yeah, like slacks, because I have to distinguish because they were, but yeah, yeah. So it's always an interesting process. And now that I'm looking again, like I just feel so comfortable in my skin. Like fuck y'all, like I'm showing up as I am. Either you want to hire me or you don't. Like I'm dressed properly. You know what I mean? I'm presentable. My clothes are ironed. Everything fits.
Yeah, yeah, look fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the shoes, bro.
Yeah.
The shoes are crispy.
Yeah.
So, like, it is like you said. It is what it is. I mean, it's something that I'm not gonna say it's what I'm thinking about the whole time, but it does cross my mind anytime I have to do some
Yeah.
new kind of job type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it crosses my mind how these people are gonna take me, but I have to still earn a living. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to get a job somewhere. I'm not some freak of nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Exactly.
out here trying to make my money just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and usually I behave myself. As long as everybody else is good, then I'm good too. So
Exactly.
yeah, but I don't know. This is usually just that just an interesting thing. Looking for a job and then trying to find inspiration for outfits too.
Hmm.
Sometimes, luckily, there's social media these days where you have your different sewers and uh, stylists and things like that you can just
Right.
look at and get inspiration from to putting it together so that you look
Hmm.
crispy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is there anybody in particular that you like get like your dapper or your work fashion type of inspiration from? Like for
I
interviews, because you go more crispy for the interview than you do on a regular basis.
Yeah, definitely, definitely thinking about what I wore to work today. um, I don't necessarily look to anybody, like you said. I just kind of follow people on Instagram and social media, but I just go real professional. So I'll just do the suits for the interviews, or at least part of the suit. I don't really get fashionable and get crispy until it's like I'm in the job. Then I'll switch it up and I'll change my style and I'll wear different shirts with different pants and switch up my shoes. And sometimes I'll wear a tie, sometimes I won't, just depending on how I'm feeling. But I get more creative with my outfits once I have the job. When I'm interviewing, I definitely just try to look black and white or black
Yeah.
and blue, the
Yeah.
professional colors.
Blue shirt, black pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try to get too fancy with it. I mean, it's. I just now that I think about it, it's been so long since I had like a real true interview that that I had to get crispy. I mean, there was that one, like I said, where I was feeling around for some potential opportunities out there, and
Mhm.
had to go dress a certain way. There was one time I had to go from the job I was working at to an interview for the other job, so I had to
Oh,
stay in those
damn.
clothes the whole day. And I was like, so I gotta look nice, but not too nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
So you don't set off no red flags.
yes, yes. So yeah, but I mean, I'm Florida, man. We have business casual, so it's not like
Right.
that. It's just more so, I guess, what are the people going to think when they see you dressed in your clothes that you're going to be wearing every day? This is me, it's right
Yeah,
here.
that's another thing about that Florida casual because you could get away with wearing a polo.
Yeah,
Up here, it's like, nah, I gotta be hot. I
yeah,
gotta
nah,
wear the
nah.
the long sleeve button up shirt and possibly a jacket or a vest
That doesn't even make sense to me. I'm like, why? Give me a
to
polo and
sweat.
some khakis, and nah. That's all I'm like. Give me a polo and some khakis, and I'm living a life. Okay.
Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yes. Different color khakis now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We changing it up. We rocking some colors. But yes. And definitely some sneakers or something like that. Those sneaker shoes, those dress sneaker shoes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's why, like, when we used to go get fancy and dress like that, I used to have to ask Nikki, be like, yo, you're going to have to put my outfit together because I'm business casual. Okay.
Yeah.
This is fancy. Too fancy for me. But hopefully, you guys have some ease anxiety while going for a job. Just dress your best and breathe.
Make
And,
sure you're neat.
it is, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us got to make our money. So, no matter what we're wearing, as long as we look neat and presentable, and that's all that really matters. That sound means it's time for Wild Peas, on the part of the show where we share and answer some of the most wild questions we've seen on the internet. This week's question is: if a man is attracted to a sexy stud, does that make him gay?
Where do you find these wild ass questions?
I'm like,
uh,
I don't think that makes him gay. I might have some questions about his type,
yes.
but I don't think that makes him gay because like, I know you know what I'm saying. If we take once we take off our clothes, we all are women still. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what those clothes are on top that make you feel like you, once we take them off,
Right.
you
It's
know,
the women.
right? There's
Yeah, I don't
boobies.
think it makes him. I don't think it makes him gay.
I
I'm
mean,
a sexy stud, and guys like try to talk to me, but they still try to talk to me not as a sexy stud. I'm gonna keep referring to myself as that. But they still try to talk to me as a female. Like, hey ma, I'm like, no,
what?
no.
Oh, hell no.
Sir, that's one of those times where I'd rather be called sir.
Yeah. Yo, straight up. I'm like, just to hear that from a dude, to say that
Yeah.
to you, especially a New York dude, like,
Yeah. And I'm like, who you talking
they
to?
mad rough
Like,
and shit.
you.
Like,
I'm like,
hey, ma.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Like they've been smoking a pack of cigarettes and shit. Hold on. Who you talking to like that, bro? Nah. That's about as awkward as like holding the door for your homeboy or something like that, right? Or then your homeboy holding the door for you. It's like, nah, weird. Like, nah, you
I don't even
first.
respond to them unless they like keep saying or they tap me or something like that. I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, did you say tap?
Yeah, they'll like tap me on my shoulder. I'm like, what? Like, how may I help you? Like, what do you want?
Oh no. Yeah. That's not okay, especially in COVID times. You close enough to tap.
No, not during COVID, just in general.
Oh hell no.
No, I need my 6 feet. Back the fuck up.
That's never been an issue. The only time dudes ever hit on me is if they're gay.
No. Oh yeah. So they are already gay.
So they already gay. So I mean, I don't know if that makes him gay, but he was gay to begin with. So
yeah.
Yes. Like that time I just had a flash where I was dancing in the club and this dude came up behind me and started dancing and I was like, excuse me. No, sir. I am a girl. That's what I said to him. And he was like, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not okay.
No,
not
ma'am,
okay.
no ham, no turkey.
No. Yo, I was like, this is not okay. I'm not okay with this. No. But I mean, you know, I think dudes are attracted to studs because look at how many situations we've seen where like studs are doing things with dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean the dude wouldn't be doing things with the stud if he wasn't attracted to her. So I'm gonna say it doesn't make him gay, but
no.
I will question his choices. Do question his choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Don't forget to follow Two Studs in a Pod on Instagram and Twitter. To catch a glimpse behind the scenes, go follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech and on Twitter at Homie Meech, where she's way more active lately than myself. And myself at it's.me.blaze on IG and it's me blaze 2 on Twitter. If email is more your thing, shoot us an email at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWO studsinapod@gmail.com. Two Studs in a Pod is available on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Radio Public, Overcast, and now TuneIn. We're also now available on TuneIn. Yay! Gratitude is always the attitude. So we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Adios.